So a couple days ago, my internet went down, and it stayed down for about 24 hours, and I did not have an opportunity to play Ghost at all. So I took to YouTube to get my first-person shooter fix, and I watched some channels that I hadn't watched before, and to be honest with you, I was not impressed by what I saw and heard with some of them. But the guys that are tried and true, I watched a lot of their videos and I was entertained, so thank you guys for that. And one video that I failed to watch earlier, and I knew I should have watched this video earlier, it was from Billy Bedlam, aka Just Bedlam. And Billy, I met Billy on Twitter through I Am Money. And in fact, I met a lot of the Justice team, or Team Justice. I'm calling them the Justice League because I feel like that name is just a little more epic than just Team Justice. So, for all intents and purposes, you guys, if you're watching this video, if you're part of Team Justice, you'll be known as the Justice League on my channel. Yes. Okay. So, Just Bedlam, I met him on Twitter through I Am Money. We traded pleasantries and then instantly, instantly began debating on the perk balance of Call of Duty Ghosts. And more specifically, we talked about Amplified and Dead Silence. From Billy Bedlam, from his vantage point, there's nothing wrong with the perk balance in the game. He feels that the only thing you need to do is just use Amplify and it'll be okay. My argument is that it wouldn't be so bad if people who are stationary couldn't use it. Because what it does is Dead Silence basically says you can move around and you can sneak up on people. A lot of people don't like that, and I get it. But basically what you have now with the way that Amplify trumps Dead Silence is you get a bunch of people who are not using Dead Silence who are using Amplify, and they sit their asses in a corner and they listen for your footsteps. It's free UAV SATCOM radar, and if you're not moving around, my Amplify can't touch you anyway. So to me, I feel that the way that the perk balance is set up is not so much that Amplify trumps Dead Silence and is so unfair. It's just one of those elements that is implemented in the game that further behooves people to find a corner, sit down in it, aim down sights, and wait. Because somebody's footsteps is going to come around, and then you can aim at the right doorway and sit and wait. I mean, if you look at this guy, Amplify can't help me, Dead Silence can't help me. Why? Because he's sitting in a fucking corner. He didn't even need Amplify. And the only thing he needed to do was listen for my footsteps. And that's another problem I have with Dead Silence. When it comes to Dead Silence, what do you think of when you think of Dead Silence? I think of dead people. I think of dead men tell no tales. And what do you have with Dead Silence in this game? You get people who are sound whoring. They don't even need Amplify. And just like that dude that was sitting in the corner a couple of deaths ago, he was sitting in the corner, didn't have Amplify, and he was still sound whoring me, and I had Dead Silence. So this is the way it should go, I think. You either need to have Dead Silence actually be Dead Silence, or you need to change the name of the perk to something else, because it misleads people into believing that they can move around the map in a stealth fashion when somebody can just turn up the volume on their television or their headset and they can hear you. That's not Dead Silence. To me, they're multiplying a number by 0 and getting a number other than 0, and that shit doesn't make sense. That's a problem. So it's all good if you change the name of the perk from Dead Silence to something else that doesn't mislead you into believing that it's Dead Silence, or you change the balance of the perk so that Dead Silence is really silent and Amplify only works if somebody's not using Dead Silence. With dead silence, if you look at Amplify, the way that I'm using in this game, and I'm not an elite player by any stretch of the imagination. I'm barely above average. I have a kill death ratio of 1.75. So I'm not gonna own you most times, but I won't be the reason your team loses, because I'm gonna hold my own. I got an easy 3 kill death ratio in a game that just went by just within a snap of a finger. You've never seen a game of kill confirmed in Call of Duty Ghosts go as fast as it did. Here you're going to watch the final kill of me sound horn this guy to death. This shit just, Amplify is just overpowered. That's just all I gotta say. Anyway, much thanks for you watching this video today. Big props to Billy Bedlam for shouting me out, even though I didn't really deserve it. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.